All right, here we are. Welcome in. It is the Pugs and Parker Pillow Talk program. I don't know. I wanted to say spectacular. I was trying to, make it sound bigger than maybe it is. Let's bring in James Parker. We do this every Monday through Thursday. James Parker is here. Look at him. There he is. All right. First guy into the chat room is Al today. Al is the first guy in. James, tell him what he's won.
You've won a big bag of Jack Squat.
A big bag of dick. All right. How are you, James? What? I can't say that? That's
Well, I just don't have extra to give away.
Oh.
All the dick in this bag is for me. No,
yeah.
Welcome. No, I'm in a pretty good mood today. I don't know why my life kind of sucks, but I think I'm kind of like in the rut. You sort of get used to it and it gets a little comfortable, you know?
You're in a good mood because it's trivia night here on Pugs and Parker's Pillow Talk. I am so excited. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've done near 5,000 of these shows now. That's not true. We've probably done 5,000 minutes. We've done over 5,000 minutes of this show, James Parker and I. You got sound effects and stuff?
I figured I'd pull up my soundboard too, since I have to ask you questions. How are you going to know whether or not to hit ding or buzz on your own questions? So
I got nothing for you in that regard. I'm just gonna have to go bing or
you don't have like a.
Oh, I'm sure I do somewhere. Don't know how to do it. So let's just move on. Let's not dwell on that. James, you have to. You ain't gonna be using that a lot, bitch. You ain't gonna be using that. That's right. Hey, that'll work. Is this a competition? Is this a contest? Because here's what I was thinking, James. If this were a contest, wouldn't it be more fun since there is a few years between us? And I think that our formative years were in different decades. Wouldn't it be more fun if you were to give me 80s trivia and I were to give you 90s trivia? I mean, it just seems. No, we mix it up. Then how about you give me 90s trivia and I'll give you 80s trivia?
Yep.
Does that work?
Yeah, just like if we were doing like geography history, I would give you the history of Texas and you would give me the history of Chicago, like name someone besides Al Capone or something.
And that's it. Is that as deep as your Chicago history well goes?
Michael Jordan, Al Capone, Oprah.
And a cow kicked over a lantern and burned the city down, right? You know about that?
Yeah, look, it's a hack move though, because San Francisco did it first, didn't they?
Not with the cow, not with Mrs. O'Leary's cow. And by the way, don't get me started on that. Mrs. O'Leary's cow got railroaded. We all know that the real perpetrator of the Great Chicago Fire was Peg Leg Sullivan. But we'll move on. James, this is a very, very big night for me. And look, I mentioned this earlier today on the Monday through Friday show that I like to do every day at noon here. We call it High Noon. It's hot topics, headlines, current events, whatever it is that you might be needing to know about this particular day. I give it to you in a nice little bite-sized morsel. 2 hours.
And you're not even high. Yeah.
Not even high. For all you know. It is at least 2 hours. No, it's not. It's at least 1 hour, but sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 2.5. Monday through Friday at noon, we call it High Noon with me, Pugs Moran. Okay. As I was saying on that show, James, about 5 years ago, I retired from the world of competitive trivia. I like to consider myself the greatest to ever play the game, the greatest to ever lace them up, the greatest to ever sit at a bar with one of them little mechanical boxes. You know those? Do you remember those? They still have those? I love those.
Yes, they do. A lot of times you can do it on your phone now with an app.
Okay, yeah, I would think, because that's what I thought. Maybe it was an app, because you always had to go, hey, can I get one of those boards? Can we get? And then you'd spill beer on it. It was always it's always sticky and funky. Yeah, an app would be much better. See, this is how long I've been out of the game. I don't even realize it. This is like a football player from the 1960s seeing instant replay. He doesn't recognize the game anymore. So I retired, undefeated, for all you know. And the reason that I retired was, it wasn't. It wasn't by choice. It was, I knew the time was right. When I was a trivia lord back in my 20s and in my 30s, I had a cultural blind spot that was about yay big. It was about yay big, and it was just an area of expertise that I wasn't good at. So I would try to avoid those particular subjects whenever we were engaging in a trivia contest. James, by the time I reached my mid 40s, that blind spot had grown to a massive, and I realized that there is just too much that the kids know from the aughts, from, the 05s and the 9s, that I wasn't paying attention to the stuff the way I was, in the earlier days. So because of that, I decided that enough was enough. I'd made my money in the sport, and I'd accomplished all that I could. I had a great time, wonderful friends, but I had to step away. So I did that 5 years ago. Tonight, don't call it a comeback. This is an exhibition. I will not count whatever happens tonight on my record. When I go into the Hall of Fame, there will be no mention of this particular competition. This is
an unsanctioned event.
Unsanctioned event. Yeah, this is just,
this isn't on the books.
A little bit rusty.
Hey, man.
I was going to say, and I'm going, if we're going against each other, I'm going against somebody whose intellect I respect, which has really never been the case before when I've walked into a bar and just slayed all the drunks. I didn't know who they were. I just slay them. Although there's always somebody, and you don't know where they are.
You're like, who is this genius that's beating me?
Right, yeah. Exactly. Who is this person? And you're looking around, and you're like,
if he's beating me, he must be a genius.
Because they got to be looking around too. If it's competitive, they're wondering who I am. So it's like, all right, so this is going to be fun. I'm very excited.
Hang on. I have a point of order here, man, and I know this sounds picky, but it's important. I thought I sent you a new overlay graphic to get rid of this stupid spaceship thingy, and I mean, that was cute for a while, but I sent you a big old GIF.
Excuse me. The spaceships are not stupid. I happen to like the spaceships. Maybe if you had mentioned it to me in a more, appropriate way, we could have gotten this done. I didn't know you sent me anything.
Yeah, this is pretty inappropriate, but I think I emailed it to you earlier today, and I just thought about it. No, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it out on the spaceships. Spaceships, you're fine. You're not stupid. You're totally at least of average intelligent spaceships. Yeah, sure. I was just speaking out of anger.
They're like 125 IQ spaceships. They'll be fine. They can hold a job and get married.
Hey, so does someone want to keep score? Because me and Pugs are really lazy about this. And not this Leslie, but other Leslie's the kind of, stickler, anal nag that would probably love to keep score. Is she here? Not because Leslie Collins is cool, Leslie.
I know you go, Leslie.
Yeah, the other one hates me.
Yeah, the other one you can't trust. You can't trust her to give you a fair shake. Well, I was prepared to do it. I got my little paper here. Got my little paper here. I'm going to have to write on some of my kids' rap lyrics. All right, I'll use this. I don't want to write all over his genius flow.
Yeah, right. Rhyming about growing up on the rough streets of Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Did we want? I mean, I can keep score. Or we can have some. Look, a number of people in the chat room. Just pledge right now in this moment to keep score, and I'll keep score as well, and then we'll compare notes if there are any discrepancies. Okay. All right. Shall we flip a coin to determine who goes first?
I don't have a coin.
You don't have a coin? I think I actually do around here somewhere.
Here you go. I've got a Mardi Gras medallion.
Don't they have coins anymore? I have coins.
This could be heads and this could be tails. Blank side tails.
That's fine. Go ahead. Flip it. Doesn't mean that much to me. Don't play the music.
Would you heads or tails?
Tails. Let's say tails.
The blank side's tails. Okay. Oh, you got it.
It's tails. All right, so that means I get to decide whether I go first or second. You should kill the music on your end. It sounds terrible. It's for some reason it comes out like so whatever.
Echo cancellation or something.
Yeah, something I'm sure I'm doing on my end. Okay, since I have won the toss, I will defer to the second half. I will allow James Parker to go first. So you are going to be receiving 1980s trivia questions. Okay, is
Okay.
that cool with you? Now, I should also tell you that this comes from the general trivia category. Now, why I make that distinction is because I could have gone with 80s movies, 80s music, 80, specific categories. This is general trivia from the 1980s. And I think you'd prefer that because some of it's got some, current event or post events, some politics, some, just more than just movies and TV. And if you'd be so kind, I might appreciate the same luxury on my end, but I don't know what you're dealing with there.
Yeah, so I'll my cards come from this game. I picked it up at Big Lots. It was on the super clearance rack for like $3, and I was like, "Holy crap, this will be a good radio bit one day." And I ran through it, but that was like 7 years ago, and I don't really remember most of the questions.
Today is not that day, but we're gonna play.
It doesn't matter. You're the one answering them anyway.
Okay. All right, let me give me some of my black whiskey.
Fantastic.
Pour myself a little bit. We have a little sipping. Today I don't have to go straight from the bottle like some kind of a shanty Irishman. All right, James, let's get into the first question.
Look, that overlay graphic. I sent that last night at 11:30. So
I didn't see it. You also called me last night after I'd fallen asleep. I or did you text me last night? I don't know. I saw something.
Yeah, well, go over to overlay and upload that sweet graphic.
Okay, but not today. Should I do it today? Is something you want me to do right now? Because it's going to take me like 20 minutes. And
no,
I'm
listen. Once you get it up, then we'll start the trivia. Then when we go back and pull clips from it, it'll have the cool Pugs and Parker with the logo and stuff at the top instead of the freaking Fisher Price My First Overlay.
Good Lord.
Isn't that what the spaceship looks like? Yeah, wife is judging us over here.
Okay, I like the spaceship. I love the spaceship. Okay. All right, I see what you're doing. Oh, I don't know. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. Okay. Hold on, James. Give me a second. There you go. Okay. Overlay. There we go. There we go. How shockingly easy was that for me to do, huh? I thought it would take much longer. All right, there it is. Very good. Looks nice. I will now use that every night. Hey, his mic is off. Does he know his mic is off?
Oh, yeah. You know how impressed program directors and brand managers or whatever they're called these days are going to be?
All right. Let's start the show over. Let's start the show over at 9:20 now.
Ready, go.
Just kidding. All right, James, are you ready? James will be receiving questions tonight for tonight's trivia night in the 1990s category. These are all questions that... No, you're getting 80s, right? Yes. I had the wrong one open up. I'm sorry.
Are you listening to this?
That is so bad. That is so bad. All right. James will be receiving trivia questions in the 1980s category, which is a time frame when he shouldn't remember anything because he was little. This would be my go-to category. And are you ready? I will be receiving 90s questions. He gets 80s questions. Here we go. All right, James, your first question. Where were the 1980 Olympic Games held?
Los Angeles.
The 1980 Olympic...
No, wait. That was 84. Moscow
or Los Angeles. Which is your answer? You can't be you. You're already violating the rules of trivia.
Here's my hands.
Who is in the room with you? Who is in the room with that? Is so.
Oh, Monique's in the room with me, but she doesn't know that crap.
Okay, where were the 1980s Olympics held?
Yeah, Moscow.
Is he right? Moscow. Is he right? Bing! There he goes. There's one for James. One for James in the category of 80s. One for James. Okay.
So are you going now?
Yeah. Well, didn't you just go?
Wait, Leslie, are you keeping score? Because that's one for old Parker here. All
I
right.
got you. I got you.
What color was the slime used at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards?
Green. Green
Yeah,
slime.
that's absolutely correct. It is.
That is way too easy. That is way too easy.
Maybe you're just good.
No. What color is slime? Slime is green. Okay, go ahead. All right, James, your second question in the category of 80s trivia. I hope you're playing along in the chat room. 80s kids will remember the VHS. But James, what does VHS stand for?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Oh, you know what? I could just play the Jeopardy theme. I mean, while he's thinking.
Did you hear the question? What does VHS stand for? Yeah, man.
See what I mean? You can't do that. You can't do that.
She was like born in the 80s. She doesn't know any. She knows less of this than I know. I don't know. I do not know. Video high standard.
I am shocked. I thought this was a total layup. The first couple questions are absolute layups.
Well, then I'm dead.
VHS stands for Video Home System. Video Home System.
Wow. I'm a dead man.
This is where I take the lead. No, dude, seriously. I'm very nervous about these 90s questions.
Yeah, they're pretty easy. What famous European tunnel was officially opened 6th of May 1994?
That would be the what are they? The Channel. I mean, it's the thing between Britain and France.
Yes, the Channel. You got it.
Okay, that's what they're looking for. The Channel. All right, I thought they were looking for like the
Channel Tunnel is the official name, but that's close enough.
The Channel. All right. All right, James, your third question in the category of 80s trivia. Okay. Which video game was the most popular video game of the 1980s?
Ooh, Super Mario Brothers?
Is correct. Very good. I would not have gotten that one correct. I would have said Pac-Man. I would have absolutely said Pac-Man.
Wow.
James Parker. There you go. 2 correct. 1 miss. Okay.
Your turn. 90s trivia for Pugs. What movie is this song from? The Bryan Adams song. Everything I do it for you.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yes, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Well done.
James, your next question in the category of 80s trivia. Which computer... Oh, I know this one. Hold on, even before I look at it. Which computer sold in the 1980s still holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the highest selling computer of all time? Now, let me qualify this. I will accept just the brand of the manufacturer. I don't need the, 2400 or 3560. You know what I mean? Just give me the brand. Give me the brand name. Which computer sold in the 1980s still holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the highest selling computer of all time?
IBM?
It was the only one that was out there for commercial use. I'll give you a few seconds to think about this. IBM was business systems. They had not gone into the home game because no one believed people wanted them in their home. This company
is this
did.
the Apple?
Apple came next. Apple was the second.
Tandy?
First. No, James, it would be the Commodore 64.
Oh, okay.
Kids remember the Commodore 64. All right. Patiently awaiting my next question.
What was the first name of the pink Power Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? She's laughing at you, Pugs, because she knows you're not going to get it. See?
I never watched. The Power Rangers came out when I was like in my mid-20s.
That's why it's funny.
Had I been a pedophile, maybe I'd be more up on the mid-90s. Was her name Ashley?
It was Kimberly. Oh, you missed one. How did you actually miss one?
Been retired a long time, James. Game has passed me by. I make no excuses. See, that's one of those cultural blind spots that I had. And by the time the 2015s rolled around, there were many more blind spots from generation of children that had grown up and I wasn't paying attention to what they were watching. All right, next on the list, James, what year was the Berlin Wall torn down? What year?
1989.
1989 is correct. Good one, James. Good one, James.
Thank you for that commentary, Jeff. In football, I think they mean soccer. It must be a typo. Which team won the 1998 FIFA World Cup? The 1998.
Oh my
FIFA
God.
World Cup.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, okay. The 1998. That was in America, wasn't it?
Oh
No.
God.
Or wait, no. Was it 96 that was in America? Who won the
94 was in America.
Wait, I was still guessing.
I know. I was just buzzing you for fun.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me the question one more time. Who won the 1998?
Who won the damn World Cup in 98? That's not word for word. That was a paraphrase, but
Germany. God, just soccer and the 90s. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. It was France, by the way, and it was cool because France was hosting it that year.
All right.
Yeah.
James, here's a question from the 1980s. What is the name of the ancient Chinese toy that had a new lease on life in the 1980s? Chinese toy is a big, big hint here. What is the name of the ancient Chinese toy that had a new lease on life in the 1980s? I'm going to need an answer.
Oh man. Slinky
is incorrect. It would be the hacky sack. The hacky sack. That's how Chinese soldiers back in the Ming Dynasty used to agility train or something. I don't know.
What, around the quad in college?
Yeah, right. After they got stoned and had a pizza, the Chinese army would practice with hacky sacks. It comes from it's a martial arts tool. It was like a thing that martial arts who trained martial arts would, they'd hacky sack. They invented it like 2,000 years ago.
It didn't work for them too well. Which actress played the role of Patsy in Absolutely Fabulous? You an Ab Fab fan?
Yeah, I am. But okay, so Patsy and Adina. Who was Patsy? Okay. Oh, Patsy was. Oh, I'm not going to be able to pull her name out. The big blonde. What was her freaking? It's not Dawn French. Dawn French is the other one. I can't think of the other one. Dawn French.
Yeah, I feel bad because I know, like, I'm going to get halfway through the first name and you're going to say it, right?
Give me the first name.
Joanna Lumley is her name. Joanna.
Yeah. All right. We are all tied up, dude. We are neck and neck.
I don't trust you. Leslie, is that jibe with your scorekeeping over there? Keep going. It'll.
I got 3 right from me and 3 wrong for me, and I got 3 right for you and 3 wrong for you. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. I didn't know the hacky sack was Chinese. They didn't seem like they're into that kind of stuff. I've never seen a Chinese dude hacky sacking.
Martial arts guys were like using hacky sacks in like the 50s and 60s, like before it became something that crossed over into the mainstream. Yeah.
All right, we have score confirmation.
Yeah, Leslie confirms me. Okay, so my turn. No, it's your turn now, right? Yes. Okay. Let's see here. James, what photographic device was introduced to the world in 1986? What photographic device was introduced to the world in 1986?
The digital camera.
Is incorrect.
Dang.
Correct answer is the disposable camera. The disposable camera that we all had to deal with at weddings for a good 10, 15 years.
And it was weird because I had a bunch of those and I never threw any of them away. I don't know why they were.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then you never developed any of the pictures that were in them because that was the deal.
90s trivia for Pugs. Who killed Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks?
Oh, doesn't this suck?
I would never get this because I didn't watch that show.
Well, it was oh god, what was it? Was it Leland? Was it Leland Horn? No, or was it like did he have a name? The creepy guy from One Eyed Jacks. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Audrey Horn's dad. I'm gonna go with Mr. Horn. Mr. Horn did it.
No. Leland Palmer, her Laura Palmer's dad.
I got the wrong name. Yes, I got the wrong name. Yes,
I think the judges will give you that one.
You know what? No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
You literally said the word Leland.
Doesn't matter. I confused her with.
You said her dad. So.
I don't want it. I don't want it. But thank you. I appreciate that. I don't want it. I don't need mercy. I don't know if you heard. I'm the GOAT at trivia. I've never lost. I do not want. I appreciate your kindness there. I will reciprocate in kind. Should you come close to something like that? Oh man, see, that's because my brain is old. That's because No,
it's because that was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, but it was one of my favorite shows. We even tried to do a podcast about Twin Peaks a couple of years ago when they brought it back, called Wrapped in Plastic. It was brilliant.
Okay.
All right, James. Your next question. I don't like this one. This one is hard. Well, let me see if I can get you a better one. I'm going to move off of that one. That question was, how long did it take? That question was, how long did it take Erno Rubik, the inventor of the Rubik's Cube, to solve his own invention? And I don't think that's fair. What would your guess have been?
3 minutes.
Yeah, a month. Took him a month. Yeah, that's such a weird one. Let's see. Which country, James, had the first Disneyland to be built outside the United States, and in what year did it open? Ooh, a two-part question.
Oh, I would say Paris in 93.
No,
it would be 80's trivia. I suck. Well, disqualify that one.
You want to take a stab at it?
Did I get it?
You might have been close.
Yeah, it's Paris, but I guess it's like 89 or something.
Is that your answer?
Paris 88.
All right. The correct answer is Japan in 83. Japan.
Screw me. I didn't even know about that one.
Japan in 83.
I didn't know they had one until just now.
Yeah.
All right. Which fashion designer was shot dead on the steps of his Miami Beach home in 1997?
Gianni Versace was shot by Andrew Cunanan, who had been on a cross-country manhunt for about 2 weeks after killing Lee Miglin in Chicago, a pickup truck driver in North Carolina, his lover in Minnesota, and somebody else in San Diego. The answer, Gianni Versace.
Yeah, I think you got that one. Everyone. Judges. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that story. That's why I love that story. Followed it very closely. James, what is the name of the incredibly popular dolls that were introduced to America in the 1980s? Again, the name of the popular dolls introduced to America in the 1980s.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch Kids is correct. James Parker on the board once again.
All right. You ever been to a Cabbage Patch?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Well, you mean like a real Cabbage Patch? Yeah.
Yeah. Because like when you live out in the country, every once in a while you meet someone that has like a Cabbage Patch. 0 babies in the Cabbage Patch.
0 babies. Never saw a baby in a Cabbage Patch either. Yeah.
So
does that surprise you that, knowing that I come from the Midwest? No, that I've been to a Cabbage Patch. I mean, the Midwest is full of like pumpkin patches and cabbage patches and a lot of farmland once you get about 50 miles outside of Chicago. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Which actress played the lead role in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Who is Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Oh, man. Come on. Again. I never watched that show. I know that Nick Bakay was in it because I was a big fan of Nick Bakay. I don't know. It's one of those like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Melissa Joan Hart, Sarah Love Hewitt names, right? It's one of those.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, the three named girls.
Yeah. Sarah Michelle she was Buffy. Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, it's Melissa Joan Hart.
Just pulled that.
Yeah, yeah. My mom. I think my mom gave you the answer because she's
Oh no, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see it. Anybody who knows me knows I don't pay attention to the chat room. I didn't see it.
Yeah, here it goes. It's like James's mom has joined the chat.
Mm-hmm. James, your next question. Oh, this should be a layup for you, okay? CD players first appeared in 1982, but what does CD stand for?
Compact disc.
That's it. Come on. I gave you that's a layup. I should have passed over that one, but
I gave you Gianni Versace, even though I knew you had a boner for that story. I knew you were going to get that. I could have skipped it.
I think we're being honest with it. I think we're playing fair because I have enough confidence in my ability. I don't want to cheat.
I give you about an 85% chance of getting this one.
Okay.
Who released Pretty Fly for a White Guy in 1998?
Pretty Fly for a White Guy was released by the Seattle band, not a part of the grunge movement, Presidents of the United States. Oh! Wait, that's not the Presidents of the United States?
That's not your final answer. Think about it. Think about how the guys
Offspring. The Offspring.
Yeah,
the Offspring. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But I always get the Offspring and Presidents of the United States confused. They're like, okay.
They're just a fun offspring, right?
Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, so did I get that right? Yeah. All right. We need to check back in on the scoring because I've had a couple of sips of whiskey and I think I may have gotten lazy. Will somebody give us is it Leslie Collins? If you're still keeping track, tell us where we
Jeff
are.
Jeff is too. Yeah.
All right. You guys check in. Let's take a break. I'm going to have a little bit of water here.
I'm going to have some a glass of fine Dr. Thunder.
All right. 6-5. This is a close game. This is going neck and neck. This is good. We both okay. James, I know that you're a big Broadway fan.
Huge. That's what they say about me. Yeah.
I know you're James. A big 80's Broadway fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is going to be a difficult one. You can but I'm running out of questions here, so I can't keep skipping these. What is the name of the 80's smash musical that originally started out being sung in French and then was translated to English? 80's smash musical, French, but then translated to English.
I think that would be Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, not correct.
Is it Les Mis?
It is Les Miserables.
Dang it. Victor Hugo, huh?
It translates Them Wretcheds. Okay.
The Miserables. Yeah, we can tell what it says.
Yeah. Well, no, because there is no word for miserables in French.
Yeah, it's called Miserables. It's spelled the same.
It's wretcheds. Miserable is the wretcheds or them wretcheds as less as them. Anyway, we don't need to go into this.
I'm going to stick with miserables.
Okay.
What was the name of the first animal that was successfully cloned in 1996?
That would be the adorable Dolly the sheep.
She was delicious too, wasn't she?
She was delicious. Oh, with a nice little mint and jelly. Oh, she was good. All right. Let me see if I okay. This is I don't know if this is hard because I don't know it.
Let's go.
Who won the Super Bowl in 1987?
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't even know how to calculate. Oh, yes, I would. Yes, I would. Because Bears in 85, Giants in 86. I do know who won it in 87 now that I do it that way. Yeah.
So I'm thinking Redskins, wasn't it? See, the Redskins or the 49ers, but I'm like...
Them Joe Montana days with the Hogs, they were good in the 80s, boy. The Redskins were good in the 80s. No denying that.
I know, but then didn't they win like 2 of them?
Yeah, Doug Williams won one too. First black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think that was the Doug Williams one, wasn't it?
Is that your answer?
Yeah, that's my answer.
The New York Giants. The New York Giants won the Super Bowl in 1987. The New York Giants.
That was them Phil Simms days. All right. What are the names of the twin babies in the Rugrats?
Fucking pass. I'll take the loss. I have no idea.
Phil and Lil.
No clue.
Phil and Lil.
No clue. All right, James, here's a good one. All us 80s kids know this one. Which shoe had a big popular resurgence in the 1980s? Which shoe had a big popular resurgence in the 1980s?
Which shoe?
Which shoe? And quite frankly, I'll take two brands because they're looking for one specific, but there was another shoe brand that also made a big comeback in the 1980s, and I will go off the board and accept that. Which shoe had a resurgence in the 1980s?
Are we talking about the Chuck Taylors?
Which shoe had a resurgence in the 1980s?
Yeah, the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars.
Is correct. Chuck
Okay.
Taylor All-Stars. I would have also accepted Doc Martens or Keds. Both of those became popular again.
Oh, man, whatever happened to Keds? Because Doc Martens are still around.
All
right.
I don't know.
What year did the Soviet Union collapse? I'm going to give you a range from 1990 to 1999.
Well, thanks.
90s trivia.
Yeah. Was that 92?
91.
Fuck me. All right. I suck. James, this is not a good one. What? Why are you? This is okay. This was another Broadway one. Let me find you a better question.
Hey, I got the last. Oh no, I didn't get the last one. I said Phantom of the Opera instead of Les Mis. Well, damn it.
James, what kids accessory took the 1980s by storm? What kids accessory? I would replace kids with teens because I was a teen and I was obsessed with these. I had probably 10 of them. What
slap bracelets?
What kids accessory took the 1980s by storm?
I guess it's not slap bracelets then, is it?
I have a poker face. I'll give you anything. What kids accessory took the 1980s by storm?
Swatch watch? Man, I don't know. Accessory.
I'm going to need an answer.
Swatch watch.
Is correct.
Okay.
I wanted to, there you go. I didn't want you to think any more of it. That's why after you said that, I said, I'm going to need an answer. I wanted you to go with that one.
Okay, so let's try this one. In Beavis and Butthead,
okay,
what color are Beavis's shorts? You can see it in your head.
Yeah, I can. They're either blue or black. I'm going to say black.
They're neither blue nor black.
Fuck.
They're gray.
All right. Starting to get my ass kicked here. James. Okay. I don't know why these keep coming up. I keep moving away. I'm not going to move away from these because you're being far too competitive. So here's a difficult one for you. James, which three musicals all won Tony Awards in the 1980s? And here's the hint. This is the hint. This is what makes it kind of easy. Who was behind all of them? They won 3 Tony Awards in the 1980s. Same guy. The god of Broadway in the 1980s. And what are his 3 biggest or her biggest hits? They were everywhere in the 80s. These stupid this was. Can you even
I don't
name?
even know where to start with that.
Can you even name a Broadway producer, like a big Broadway producer?
Oh, I don't know. No, not really. I know jack squat about this. So, I'm going to say Gabe Kaplan.
Gabe Kaplan. All right. No, the correct answer, which 3 musicals all won Tony Awards in the 80s? They would be Evita, Cats, and Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Okay.
That's right. There you go. Okay. Let me sauce up.
I would never have gotten Evita.
Once again, this is Trivia Night here on Pugs and Parker. I am trying to answer questions from the 1990s, which is the decade James grew up in, and James is trying to answer questions from the 1980s, the decade I grew up in.
And what year did the first episode of Friends air in the United States?
Friends. Boom, ding 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 a dong ding ga dong dong. Ah, fuck. Okay, so 90 ding 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 lang ding 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 94. Oh, I did not do that. Yeah, James, do you want to know how I got that? That I was certain that I got it? Because when Friends first came on, I was a young producer and booker on a radio show. And when it first came on, all of those people did radio interviews. So I had to think, okay, when was I working the desk doing the bookings? I'm like, that was 94, and it was all Friends because it's the only time that I got to talk to Jennifer Aniston. I'm like, okay.
And you're like, what's his name? Matt LeBlanc?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is he like French or
How,
something?
how do you pronounce it? Squimmer is the how am I saying? All right, James. Your next question in the category of 80s trivia. Not a. I see. This is one for girls. It's about makeup. So no.
Well, I don't know about makeup.
James, who was synonymous with workout videos in the 1980s?
Jane Fonda, Richard Simmons, Jane Fonda or Richard Simmons.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a hard one.
I'm gonna go with Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda is correct. Jane Fonda is correct. Very good.
Okay. Which pop band had the hit "Mbop"?
That would be Hanson. Hanson.
Can you use that as a word? You can't use that in Scrabble, can you? Because it's the name of a song.
I think you should. I think it should be legal.
I don't think. No, you can't use names.
Mm-hmm. James, your next question in the category of 80s trivia. What is the name? A woman's hairstyle. I'm not going to give you that. James, which U.S. state came up with the concept for casual Fridays? Which U.S. state came up with the concept for casual Fridays?
Hawaii.
Fuck. Wow. Very good. Well done.
Well, look, it's casual Friday, so you can wear a Hawaiian shirt or something if you want to.
I would not have gotten that one. My own deck, I would not have got. I would have said Florida probably or California.
I just thought of the quote from Office Space. So
well, there you go. That's it. All right.
All right. What was the name of the first James Bond movie that came out in the 90s?
Oh, this is hard because there were two competing Bond movies that came out at the same time. One with Roger Moore still, and the other one I think with Timothy Dalton.
No. That's this is 90s trivia, bro.
Oh, 90s. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. See, I was thinking 80s. I was going to say Octopussy.
Yeah, no one's thinking Timothy Dalton in 1990. So
the first. Okay, so it's not Timothy Dalton. So then it can't be. The Living Daylights. I don't know Bond.
Man,
Bond
you're like more than a decade behind here.
Yeah. The first Bond movie that came out in the 1990s. Shit, man. I don't know Bond movies. It's one of my big cultural.
Name any Bond movie from the 90s.
I don't think I could. I don't think I make
not anyone that had like a great video game on Nintendo 64.
No, I don't think I make it. I don't think I make any distinction between 80s, 90s Bond movies. I just don't like Bond movies. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I wouldn't even know where to begin. What's the answer?
The answer is GoldenEye.
Fudge. Okay. All right. James, what happened in the Ukraine in 1986?
What happened in Rocky fought Drago? I don't know.
It is kind of random. Like
that's man, it's really a lot. Nothing. I don't know. Hang on. Let me think about it. Oh, damn, Chernobyl
is correct. I knew if you thought about it, you would get it. I knew you would. All right, very good. All right.
Damn, almost missed that. What year did the euro currency come out? What year was the euro first introduced? And I think it was in Europe.
Okay. All right. 1998.
1999.
Jesus, I was there in 97 and I was still using the pound, so I knew it wasn't 97.
Wow.
So I went with 98.
Man. That's so cool.
All right, I'm starting to fall apart here. Let's see. James, what is the name of the cartoon that started as a series of shorts on the Tracy Ullman Show in 1987? What is the name of the cartoon that began as shorts on the Tracy Ullman Show in 1987? That was a lame show.
The Simpsons.
Is correct. Is correct. All right, Parker, you're starting to run up the score on me. Give me one.
Prince and his band, the New Power Generation, released an album in 1991. Can you name it? It's one of the songs on the album, but I think Prince pretty much does that with all his albums.
Yeah. When was no, that was Diamond and Pearls. That was later. That was like 90. I don't know. I'm falling apart. I don't
Well,
Diamond
say
and Pearls.
something.
Diamond
It's
and Pearls.
good. You got it. It's Diamond and Pearls. See, trust yourself, son.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
you got it.
Yeah, I thought that was much later. You said 1991. I thought that was like 93, 94. Okay. All right. James, Buffy was the original name for which Star Wars character? Buffy was the original name for which Star Wars character?
I think Chewbacca.
Oh, that would be a good guess. Incorrect. Yoda. Buffy was the original name for Yoda.
That sucks. All right. What was the name of Will Smith's character in the 1996 movie Independence Day?
Pass. I don't
He saved
know.
the whole damn planet. You don't remember his name?
I don't remember the character's name. I know it was Will Smith. What was his name?
Captain Stephen Hiller.
Okay.
I wouldn't have gotten that in a million years.
Okay, let's see here. Hold on. I need to go to a different page. Here we go. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. We'll take a quick little break.
We'll be right back after these messages.
All right, we're back. James, what was the highest grossing film of the 1980s? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Never mind. Okay. What was the name of the highest grossing film of the 1980s?
The 80s.
Yeah, that's the category you've been.
Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi? Can we accept Return of the Jedi? No, we can't because it's E.T. E.T. is the correct answer that we were looking for. E.T., highest grossing film of the 1980s.
Which band had a hit in the 90s with Cotton Eye Joe?
Pass. No idea.
You know the techno version of Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah, no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the song. I've never heard it all the way through. I usually leave the room when it comes on.
Because you love it so much, huh?
Because I love it so much. Right, yeah. Who was it?
It's a band called the Rednecks.
The Rednecks. Look at that. James, the first cellular phone system became available in America in 1983. How much did the phone weigh?
12 pounds.
1983. You are not too far. Sadly, it was 2 pounds. 2 pounds is what the phone weighed.
Well, I was thinking of the bag phone from Big Lebowski, but that's like 91, wasn't it? Anyway. Yeah. Which band had a hit in the 90s with No Scrubs? No Scrubs.
TLC.
Yes. I don't want no Scrubs. Scrubs is a guy that can't get no love for me.
James, in what year did Prince Charles and Lady Diana get married?
How should I know?
Well, you got a 1 in 10 chance.
Yeah, right. That's what it boils down to. I can kind of rule out 1989 because I was somewhat coherent. I don't know. 84.
Incorrect. Correct answer, 1981. 1981. Okay.
Come on, man. I was like 3. Which actress played the lead role in the film Clueless?
Give me it again. What's the question?
Which actress played the lead role in the film Clueless?
Let me make sure I get her name right because I don't remember and I've got old man head. It's not Allison.
Leslie, you were closer than I was.
It's Alicia Silverstone, right?
Oh, yeah. How can you
Yeah.
ever forget that lady? Good Lord.
Because I don't know, I was dating women when she was like a young girl. I don't know. I thought that was a kid. Dude, I thought Clueless was a kids movie for like 20 years. And then I saw Clueless in like 2005 and I'm like, I love this movie. This movie is good.
Very
good.
time capsule.
Yeah. I had the same experience with Mean Girls. I didn't see Mean Girls for the longest time. And then everybody's like, no, dude, you should really seen that. And I'm watching, I'm like, that's a good movie.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Yes. Let's see. James, Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during the 1980s. What was her nickname?
The Iron Lady.
Is correct. Is correct. Okay.
What were the names of all 4 Teletubbies? All 4 Teletubbies.
Nope. Passing. Again, wasn't a pedophile. I had no interest in watching that stuff. It was 1990s. I was a man in my late 20s. I had no knowledge of the Teletubbies. I'm going to pass and just take my X right there.
Man, this sounds all kind of groomery. Tinky Winky?
Yeah, fuck that. No.
Oh, man. Dipsy?
No, I'm out. I'm out.
That's like when you're 7 and like your parents are having a party for New Year's and everyone's staying up super late and then your drunk uncle comes in at like 1 a.m. He's like, hey, you want to play with Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Poe? Dipsy, Lala, Poe to go along with Tinky Winky.
I'm out. James, what is the name of the 80s cult classic film starring Michael Keaton and Alec Baldwin? 1980s cult classic film, Michael Keaton and Alec Baldwin.
Cult classic with Michael Keaton.
Cult classic. Yeah.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Is correct.
Yeah.
Is correct. That was a stupid question because that's not a cult classic. That was a hit. That was a
hit at the time.
Yeah.
Gina Davis was in it.
Let's go.
Which singer released the album Jagged Little Pill in 1995?
Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
All right.
It's my favorite song about a Dave Coulier BJ.
Yeah. James.
So many.
You're not going to get this one, but I think you should get it. I mean, well, no. You weren't alive in the 80s. A Light in the Attic.
Yeah.
Published in 1981 is a collection of poetry written by who?
Shel Silverstein.
Yeah, you knew it. Okay. All right. Very good. Well done, sir. You are literate.
He had that and like Where the Sidewalk Ends and Hold My Tinky Winky, I think. Which country declared its independence from Russia on the 4th of May, 1990? You know, it's one of those. Just throw it out there. One of the Eastern European.
Like, is it Czechoslovakia with the rise of Havel?
No, Czechoslovakia wasn't in the Soviet Union. They were just behind the Iron Curtain.
No, they were in the Soviet Union. They were part of the Soviet. Yes, they were.
They were in the Soviet bloc, but they weren't part of the USSR.
All right, which country? Georgia Republic, Chechnya. Let's go with Chechnya.
Well, Chechnya never broke off.
That's right. They had a war there. Georgian Republic.
That's a great guess. Latvia.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
All right. All right. These 80s questions are easy, but then again, they're easy to me because I know a lot of these. James, Get to the Chopper is a famous line from what 1987 sci-fi film?
Get to the Chopper is Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And so sci-fi, Get to the Chopper. I think he said that in True Lies, but that's not the movie you just cited. So Was he copying a previous one of his movies in True Lies when he said, oh man, get to the chopper, and it's sci-fi, and it's, I don't know, the fucking Terminator or something. I don't know. Terminator. I don't
Well,
know.
he was a cyborg in Terminator. So,
and he wouldn't say get to the chopper because I've seen Terminator and he never says that.
No,
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But
Predator. Predator is the answer we were looking for. Predator, James. Predator.
See, I was thinking Eraser. See, I didn't know, Jennifer. I'm with you. There was like 10 things it could have been. Could have been that Running Man one. I don't know, dude. Why does that torment me so? Nothing's fine, I'm done. I'm all out of feel. This is how I feel. Who sings that?
Is that the question?
Who sings Torn? Which singer had a hit with Torn?
Oh, I'm all out of faith. That would be Natalie Imbruglia. Imbruglia.
Yes.
We had
Australian,
her on,
right?
We had her on. Adorable. I spent a good half hour in studio with her, and my jaw was. She was so cute. It's the only reason I still know her name, because it's not like she went on to have a career. Torn.
Well, she was a soap star in Australia.
Yeah, she was an actress. Yeah, I remember that. Was it soaps? I'm not sure. Let's see here. James, what taffy-like fruit candy was first released in 1985? What taffy-like fruit candy was first released in 1985? 1985.
All right. Laffy Taffy? Girl, shake that Laffy Taffy.
Is that your answer?
That is my answer.
Something called Airheads.
Oh, damn.
Airheads, James. Airheads is the
Dude, they used to have hotheads, and I have harassed the Airheads Twitter account several times, asked them to bring hotheads back. They're like, yeah, that was great, wasn't it? I said, no, I didn't say was it great. I said bring it back.
Okay. All right, we're running out of time here. We are coming up on the buzzer. We are within 1 minute, so let's go.
Who played which actor played the lead role in The Mask?
Eric Stoltz.
In The Mask?
Oh, The Mask. Mask. I'm sorry. I'm thinking 80s. Eric Stoltz played the lead role in Mask.
The Mask in the 80s.
Jim Carrey played the lead role. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, thank you for your reaction, because I would have just confidently gone Eric Stoltz. All right, let's see here. What song by a Norwegian synth pop band made it to #1 in the United States? This is in the 1980s. What song performed by a Norwegian pop band made it to #1 in the United States?
Dancing Queen.
See, that would have been that's ABBA. They're from Sweden. They're not from Norway. This would be. Let me give you a hint.
I think that makes me racist, doesn't it?
It does,
because they all look alike, right?
They all look alike.
Norway, Sweden.
No, they do.
I can't tell the difference.
What if I did this?
Aha, Take on Me.
Take on Me by Aha is the answer we were looking for. Okay, James, this is the last question. Since I won the toss and I deferred to you, we are at 10 o'clock. Give me my last one. I don't know. Wait a second. Time out. Let's get a count from Leslie. Let's see where we are. Let's see if there's a chance for me to tie, win, or if you're running away with it. I don't know. I can't tell. Leslie, give us the score on the last question. What if Leslie had an emergency, like her kids yelling or something, and we don't, because I can count up what I have here. She's probably counting up as well. Let me see what I've got.
I'll just assume she had the trots and had to go to the bathroom. Oh, it's tied 14-14. This is for all the marbles.
Oh my God! What a okay. All right, let me dig down deep. Here we go. And you know what? A tie, I would be perfectly comfortable with that. I'm going to try and win, James. Give me the final. This is the last second field goal, right? You got 1 second on the clock, and I'm lining up for a field goal. Give it to me.
Which boy band in the 1990s?
Fuck! No, I don't know, boy. All right, give me it. Go ahead. Fuck.
All right. Which boy band in the 90s was Justin Timberlake formerly a member of? And this is horrible because you can't end it with a preposition, but well, anyway.
Dude, I don't know what he was in.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
know.
It's Justin Timberlake. You only
No.
know like 4 boy bands in your whole life, and this is like the one
I
Justin
know,
Timberlake was in.
I know New Kids on the
And
Block.
you know what wasn't that one?
I know Backstreet Boys. I
And
know,
you know it's not One Direction.
NSYNC. I know there was what was the other one? 98 Degrees. Dude, there was nothing
All
real
right, you got
lousy
to
with
narrow it
boy
down.
bands.
You got to narrow it down to 3 then. And you know,
What was Justin NSYNC? That's a winner. Field goal is good. All right. Woo. James Parker, that was actually, can I be completely honest? I was playing that for dramatic effect. I knew it was 98 Degree or NSYNC. I was just trying to think of other
you
bands.
know your boy bands. You just don't want to seem like a sissy, right?
Honestly, it was between Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but I did kind of know that, like, NSYNC, the difference in my mind, not specifics, like not who, but the difference between Backstreet Boys and NSYNC in my mind is that someone from NSYNC went on to be huge. Right? I didn't know. And then when you said Justin Timberlake, okay, that's it. That must be him. He's the one that went on, because he's obviously bigger than any other boy bander that we've had in the 1990s, right? Nobody else. Like Nick Lachey, right? He's like what, 2nd place, and he's D-list to Timberlake's A+ list.
Yeah, right. Who we stuck with from the Backstreet Boys? I think we pretty much jettisoned all them dudes, right? There's like AJ or something that I see every once in a while on like Big Brother or Dancing with the Stars or something.
I know the New Kids in the Block because we hated them. When we were like 19, 20 years old, and the New Kids in the Block came out, and they were just like so weak. So I know all of them. But then by the time, like, there was like a 7-year break with boy bands, the grunge era, when it was all grunge for like 7 years in the 90s. And then the boy bands came back around 96, 97, and that was where
you know what? I never noticed that, but you're right. There was like a little 5-year span where they didn't even try that shit.
No, because it was all about grunge. It was all about being a heroin addict and making art. People like, and then they went back to, let's just have the disposable saccharine stuff. And that's when you start. Yeah, and that's the rise of Britney, the Spice Girls, NSYNC. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible time for popular music. Because they wouldn't let the cool rap guys get radio play. So you had to put on like the Pat Boones of the era, which were the NSYNCs and the Backstreet Boys. Well, that's what Pat Boone was. Pat Boone was the guy.
He covered all the race records. Yes, he covered all the race records.
He became famous because they didn't want to play black guys singing music. So he just had a bunch of hits in, middle America with Chuck Berry songs.
But that tells you, like, if you're going into a record store and like, segregated history of America, ask for the race records because they're the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Like if you go to a hardware store, like I asked for glue one time at the hardware store. They're like, "Would you like toxic or non-toxic?" Like toxic.
Toxic.
Yeah.
What?
If non-toxic worked better, they wouldn't make the toxic, right?
Exactly. Non-toxic is just for like the cowards who don't want to do the job right.
It's like, I want something that works and I'm not going to eat it. So I don't care if it's toxic or not.
That's like whenever I go to the store and you see like headache medication. Why do they even have a category for extra strength? Who is buying the dialed down Tylenol? If you've got a headache.
Strength. I want regular strength, right?
I kind of like my headache, so I don't want it to go away too quickly. So just give me who is buying non-extra strength aspirin? I just don't understand that. All right, James, this was fun. We should do this again. Maybe we can have a monthly trivia game.
Yeah, we'll have to go down rabbit holes of categories, I think. But like we did today, 80s and 90s, we'll have to theme them all up.
That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll do like movie trivia night, music trivia. Today was general.
Sopranos trivia.
There you go. Oh, I'm ready for Sopranos trivia.
You are. Yeah, you are.
Rewatching it 4 times. By the way, did you ever finish it yet?
No. Goddamn. I don't watch TV 4 hours a day.
Well, it's like 2 weeks ago. Didn't you have like 5 episodes left 2 weeks ago?
I am halfway through. I'm on 6B now. I just started 6B. I'm on the first episode of 6B.
All right.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I have like
I'm
8
playing.
kids or whatever. Hey,
totally-
download the Florida Stories podcast, or don't download it. Just go listen to it, stream it wherever. The Florida Stories podcast, new one went up yesterday or Sunday or whatever.
All right. And also, join me tomorrow. There he goes. There he goes. Sore loser. Look at him. Just running away. Wouldn't even be a class act. Wouldn't even shake my hand after he just ran away like he always does. All right. Join me tomorrow at noon for High Noon. That's me and all of the day's topics, headlines, current events, hot topics, whatever it is. If people are buzzing about it, I'll talk about it tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do that every Monday through Friday. Then rally on back with us here for a little bit more Pugs and Parker Pillow Talk every Monday through Thursday night at 9. All of these wonderful streams, they come to you courtesy of the good folks at RadioMisfits.com. Check out RadioMisfits.com. A lot of podcasts there. Ooh, man, you got all kinds of things. What are you interested in? Radio Misfits has it for you. Also, doing a very special edition of my new show on 97.1 The Freak this Friday night. We'll be on from 9 to 11. Mansplaining with myself, Pugs Moran, and Dr. Robert Schwartz airs at a special time this week, 9 to 11 on Friday night. If you'd like to contribute, if you'd like to either be a caller, if you'd like to offer us, you got a scandal, you got an issue, you got a personal dilemma that you want advice with, let me know. Go to mansplainingradio@gmail.com, mansplainingradio@gmail.com. Write me a little note. Say, look, Pugs, here's what's going on in my life. And if you want to come on the air, we'll put you on the air. We're trying to get as many people to do, the old HGD thing that Kelly and I used to do. We're giving advice. The show itself, if you're unfamiliar, it's Loveline. We're just recreating Loveline with myself and Dr. Robert Schwartz. We've been having a lot of fun with it. This is a very big opportunity for us. They're saying, hey, why don't you take a couple bows on Friday night? And we're like, okay, all right, we'll do it Friday. That's great. I mean, there's a Mavs game on Saturday, and we were totally willing to go on at like 9:30, but no, Friday night. So if you can help us out, we sure would appreciate it. Hit me up and let me know if you're willing to participate. mansplainingradio@gmail.com. By the way, website coming. Schwartz is he hates that I used a Gmail for, these solicitations. Thank you to all the people who have already agreed to help out. We need some callers. I appreciate all the emails. So if you'd like to appear on the show, mansplainingradio@gmail.com. See you tomorrow at noon, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.